is down deep into Seattle territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 73 yards. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Mike Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. He's going to let it go again. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. He's going to go up top again. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A pickup there of 36. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. A running play for Rawls. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
It's up and good to make it 21-17. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Holding offense.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The 49ers right now have a time of possession advantage, but it has not led them to taking control of this game. The Seahawks, though, are still right in this game and will certainly be looking for a way to pull this one out in the second half. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Seahawks have it at the 12. Here we'll get a pass into the end zone, and it's caught for the score. Seahawks strike first in this one. Seahawks have it at the 7. Williams is going to look for space, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. Seahawks push their lead to 11. Third down from inside the 20. The pass complete out of the gun. And this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. The 49ers cut the deficit to 4. Third down at the 39. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Johnson is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. Now following the interception, Davis the target here, and 14 yards later, he's going in for the score. 49ers go up by 3. Seahawks lined up at the 5. Wilson's looking for room to run, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. They're now on top by 4. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Face mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
And that's off the mark, incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Complete outright to Kurz. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Now, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now the offense operates in the red zone. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Pushkin now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now Davis. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And a really good gain there on the post route. Partner, how do you know to go to that pass?
When you're running the ball effectively and the safety likes to dive up there to try and help tackle, that's when you want to hit him over the top with the post in the area he vacates.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. So the D-line's going to spread out.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Earl Thomas in on the stop. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now it's Baldwin. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. They got his man complete. Tyler Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 79 yards. And the Seahawks find a way